What is going on, you dead set legends? And welcome to the Ready Bang, the number one arm wrestling show on the planet. I'm your host, the Aussie arm wrestler, Jake Ward, and we are hanging and banging, slinging and slanging, jaw jacking and wrist cracking. And there is a bit of arm wrestling to talk about. We're going to talk about the good, the bad, and just the bat shit ugly. Arm wrestling has reared its ugly head in again, and it's just like, why? Why does this keep happening? And then I just go, well, it is arm wrestling. But also, I've picked a continent in North America, and they have a golden opportunity right now. Golden opportunity. They need to listen to the Aussie Arm Wrestler to take advantage of that. And I know you never admit it, but you all watch it and you all take it in and go, yeah, he's probably right, but I'm going to spin it. So it's my idea. Then we will implement it. But I hope you are all going well all around the world. And those in the United States, you recently had your Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving. For the rest of us, it's almost Festivus, but I hope you better have all had your Christmas tree up. We've had ours up for 33 days, or whenever the 1st of November was. We're lunatics. Even got my Christmas shirt on. We're here to hang and bang. So if you haven't heard, now, for legality reasons, I will say, just don't take what I say too seriously. All of it's kind of like, it's kind of fact. It might not be true. Things have changed since I've even put up this live. But either way, let me quickly say hi to people in the chat, and then we'll get into it, including my favorite people from Norway in Rikard and Beata. And then we've got John Cal just hanging out. Yee-ho! Let's go. My wife will be happy because that rhymes. The Roymond. Roy Baker, what's going on, buddy? I don't know why YouTube have changed it back to the handles. I like the YouTube names better. Do I mean East versus West? If not, what is GvW? No, I am talking about Georgia versus the world. It was like the Temu version of East versus West. It was made out of spite after England was reared his ugly head in. And then his mate Roman went, well, let's just start our own league. Got Gennady involved, and it is turned into a bit of a flop at the moment. Can they recover? And we'll talk about everything that has happened lately. Arch Dog. What up, Arch Dog? He's in the chat. Georgia versus the world. Brian's hanging around, as well as the Arminian one. He is Arminian one. He's always hanging about. You gotta love it. Arch Dog. Aussies electric bills through the roof during Christmas. Yes, it is. So that's why you need to watch all my videos on Facebook and YouTube and watch them over and over again so I can get paid. What up, Mitch? He's hanging about, as well as GB19. Absolutely. What's going on? And of course, the Megatron. How are you, buddy? Hope we can have a beer soon. I know a few people chiming in. Anyway, so it's reared its ugly head, GvW. A couple of athletes have come out, and, you know, this is what I've been reading on the internet, so it may not be true for legality reasons, but it's looking like it's true at the moment. So just I was having a bit of a read, and then an athlete came out and said that they haven't been paid yet. Akimbo has come out, or his management have come out and said, we haven't been paid our whole money. GvW have come out and said Akimbo doesn't deserve all of his money. I thought, is this true? And then I went and had a look at Akimbo's Instagram, and I'll double check it, and you guys help me out. Nothing about GvW is on Akimbo's Instagram page. So what happens here? So I'm just going to double check. Nope. Santa, spinning the wheel, being married. Oh, no, there is one there with Samushia. So there's still one whole video of his match with Samushia. I'll just scroll down because he might post 1 million times in a day. But no, it doesn't look like it there. So the only one video. Now, what tends to happen when you book athletes? You go more on the, we want to book you as an athlete. We want to book you to pull. And then, hey, my man Brian is in there. What's going on? They're skyrocketing at the moment through the Fingers podcast. Make sure you go check that out. Brian's a good dude. Brian is a good dude. So before I get to your things, when you book an athlete, it's almost implied, or you're just like, hey, help with the promotion. What you need to do, and I'm not sure if it's in the recent EVW contracts, but the EVW contracts I used to read were they needed to do like a story every day, or at least share posts, and then you had to make videos about it. So you need to put in promotional ones. So when they booked Akimbo, my understanding, he got 1.5 million followers just on Instagram alone. So then from there, they thought, we'll at least get 10,000 pay-per-view sales at $20 each, 200 grand. We'll be able to pay everyone and everything will be fine. They forgot Akimbo's from Russia. Russia don't buy pay-per-views. So therefore, you're not getting any. You probably got 60, if I'm lucky. Maybe 60 pay-per-views, if you are lucky. So, and then Ryan Bowen's opponent has come out and said, I haven't been paid yet. And it sucks. I still have a lot of, not a lot, but I have some promotions that still owe me money. I'm never going to see that again, which sucks. But you can't have your first event. You can't sit there and have the same exact logo as East versus West. It was made out of spite. You were very upset. One of the owners was very upset. He got fired. He had a miscommunication with the new owners of East versus West. Went all in on his side of it. And there's nothing wrong with that. People choose sides at times and they go all in. And then when you're wrong, you got to come crawling back. Kalinachenko is one that comes to mind. So then you just... After your first event, when no one turned up in the venue, it looked good, but no one turned up. And then now athletes are coming out saying that you haven't paid us. Now, all hearsay and everything, stuff that I've read. I've got to make sure it's confirmed. But that's no good. And you've already announced your next event. Because I remember when I hadn't been paid, and I'm like, hang on, this has happened to me. I haven't been paid, and then the event were booking their next one, and I'm like, and you're booking international people to come over, and I haven't been paid yet, and you haven't paid me for months, and it is very stressful. Now, if you have another job and you've taken time off, financial stress is the worst stress in the world. But GvW, you have gone and fucked up big time. Get to a little bit more in the moment. But let's see what you guys are saying. GvW getting major flop press right now. They probably need another event or two to repay their athletes. The thing is, all major athletes are contracted by EVW. No, the problem is everyone wants to make a profit off their first event. Everyone, or at least break even. What you need to understand, when you are trying to build a global event and you're flying people over, you're having high-end production, great venue, you need to understand that your first 2, 3, even 4 events will probably run at a loss. Now, you got to make sure you got money in the bank. Don't have zero budget and then go, we'll make that money back on pay-per-view because we've booked some Eastern European athletes that a lot of the paying customers haven't heard of. And it's like, well, you've made this out of spite. And that's not just for GvW. That's just for promotions in general. To make a profit off your first event and rely on pay-per-view sales, we're relatively cheap, the arm wrestling world. We're relatively cheap. And we like our bang for buck. We do. There's a benchmark. And then you've got, so there's a benchmark. And then, say, what does East versus West charge? $20. And you're matching that. Now, in a lot of people's eyes, you've already turned them off. And then you've made it out of spite and you're not liking it. That's no good. It's no good. And then it's almost like a Ponzi scheme. We'll run event number 2 to pay number 1. We'll run event 3. That doesn't work. I've been a part of promotions that do that, and it does not work. And if you start ruffling feathers, it is no good. GvW business plan is to pay people from sponsors at the next event. That's the BS Barrow from Peter to pay Paul. It just doesn't make sense. Eddie Good. That's quite funny. That's quite funny. I said GvW would fail because it was built out of spite. Yes, I'm with you. Right, let me scroll that. G'day, his girlfriend's in the chat. I'll tell you, I don't want to speak too much about it, but hasn't everyone just ditched poor Engen? Doesn't get invited on the podcast. No one's, reaching out. It was everyone's best friend, and I used to get attacked for it. And now, anyway, but good on you. We will pay all athletes. Well, g'day, his girlfriend. I hope you do, because at the moment with your second event, don't rely on the pay-per-views. I don't know if Ryan's a team per se, but just quickly speaking on this, from the Ryan Bowen that I know, he just wants to arm wrestle. Ryan loves commentating. I think he's quite good at commentating. I work very well with Ryan commentating. But Ryan wants to pull. So if he's got 2 lanes and it's like, we'll bring you over and you can commentate. We'll bring you over, you can commentate, you can pull, and we'll get your fiance to pull. As much as people don't like Ryan, that's a choice 99% of us would take. We're going to give you flights and accommodation. You get to have a match, which is your number 1 thing you want to do, and your fiance gets a match, which is probably the number 2 thing or 1A thing that he really wants to do. Or you can come over here and you can commentate and your fiance can meet all the athletes. Come on now. I don't think he's picking sides. He just wants to arm wrestle. So he's going to arm wrestle in Australia in January. So he's back with AWE. So I'm glad that's been sorted out. So it's brilliant. But that's what is needed when it comes to Ryan Bowen. Actually, non-payment of athletes, it just makes everyone look bad. It is just no good. Coach Ray still pulls, and so does his girlfriend. Yes, so Coach Ray's not picking sides. He's not Mac or Chris Kringle pull or EVW. He's just like, you're offering me an arm wrestling match. Let's go arm wrestle. And that's the same with Ryan. I am sure there's been chats with Robbie B and Ryan about coming back and commentating. Absolutely. But before we roll more into that side of it, I'll do a poll. Do you think GvW has already failed. Start a poll. Has GvW already failed? More or less, when you're voting, can they recover from this? Can they recover? The optimism from me is I think time heals everything. Time is always a great thing. Can GvW recover from it? What they need to do is, I think, you pay your athletes straight away. Pay them straight away. Your next 2-3 events is get that shit free on YouTube. Get as many eyes on it. Get them going. Because what you have done is you've come to the arm wrestling world in a 100-meter race and you are starting about 4 kilometers behind. You didn't have a good name to start with, and now it's not a good name because it just takes one athlete to come out and say, I haven't been paid. Reputation has plummeted like Hans Gruber on the Nakatomi Plaza. Wow. So let me know what you guys have got to think. So where are we? Yes, it has failed. No, they won't recover, says Roy Baker. Failed big time, says the Megatron. And Archdog agrees. GvW will take arm wrestling minus stream, says Lankia. It's a non-needed league. Pay what you owe and chalk it up as you tried, but EVW is still top dog. Now, I've got no problem with people trying to start their own promotion. It was just the way this one was started that rubbed everyone the wrong way. So, yeah, you're pushing shit uphill, GvW. They've failed, but they can still turn it around. Absolutely they can. Who's RDJ? Who's RDJ? And this is one of my pet hates in arm wrestling. Everyone needs to support GvW and take this sport to the next level. I know Gennady and his girlfriend's having a bit of fun, but it's like, I hate it when people say, hey, I'm having an event, support my event to make arm wrestling mainstream. And it's like, so I have to support your event, your event, your event. I try and watch as much arm wrestling as I can, but sometimes I'm like, shit. What? Yeah. We're just wording arm wrestling wrong. Watch mine and support the sport. Watch mine, support the sport. No, what you want is to watch yours so you make a profit. Agree, Jake. They have to build it up and do the best to get the respect of the community. Yeah. They'll need to change it big time. Big time to do it. There's poison their reputation. Whoa, strong word. Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man. Gotcha. Good analogy. Now I can go back and enjoy what you had said earlier, Minion 1. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. And I agree with all of you guys hitting the like button. That is for sure. So, enough about that. Enough about that. They've shit the bed at the moment. It's a huge mess. It's going to take some time for them to clean it up. 100%. Okay. What's going on? Jump in, say good day, hit the like button. Let's have a bit of fun. Now, everyone from North America, this time right now is the perfect opportunity if you can somehow have a bit of cash, build a little bit of a social following. Doesn't have to be big, just a little bit of a social following. Willing to travel and invest in yourself. It is a golden opportunity for North America to really take over the global stage. A huge opportunity. So, as we have seen recently, East versus West is having just about every second event in North America, particularly the United States, right? On the weekend, you had the Monster Factory where about 700 people concurrent were watching it live. Shout out to the Monster Factory. They give out their event for free. Good work, Michael and Rebecca. Love it. Love what you're doing. So you can go on there and people like Ryan Ballesteros, Corey West can remind everyone. I love Ryan Ballesteros. He's in my group of people that I wanted to make it big time. Mario Tambakis, James Wall, Ryan Ballesteros are my three at the moment. But they had an amazing event. You're on Monster Michael Todd's platform. Corey West came back and reminded everyone that he's still a big deal in North America by dominating Wallace Dilly. On the same day, the major arm wrestling championships, the MAC in Canada, doing their thing. Production looked well. The event looked well. They had people like Alex Toproll there. They had the Larretts there. So, you know, Devon's going to promote it because Milo was pulling. You've got, who else was there? John Terrian was there. They're just highlighting things. That was just in the same day. This weekend, just go check out Tim Talmadge and Arm Sports Entertainment. They've got an awesome four-way match, which includes Joe Meek, Bogdan Stoican, Mario Tambakis in a four-way left arm battle. And that's going to be highlighted on the main stage. The next day, they've got a bloke that was in Sons of Anarchy pulling. Kenneth Johnson. I've been chatting to him in the old DMs. But they've got a bloke who's been on The Shield, Sons of Anarchy. Let me look up his filmography. Now, I didn't know this until he tagged me that he was going to be there in arm wrestle. Kenny Johnson. First of all, sweet name. He's been in SWAT, The Shield, Sons of Anarchy, Mayor of Kingstown. He was in Blade back in 98. Checkpoint with Goldberg. He was in Major League 3, I think it is, back to the minors. Aquaman, had a bit of a role in Aquaman. My point being, just looking at his. The point being, you've got Coach Ray versus Auden Larrett. You've got Hunternoffs versus Justin Bishop at this Chris Kringle pool. They've got a cracking event. So you've got all these just in a small patch. You know, love or hate the 98%. I'm a 98% guy. I jumped on their show the other day. They run events all the time. So I think let me double check it because I spoke to Kenny. Kenny agreed to come on the show. He just needs to read when I bloody message him. He says he'll try and come on the show one day. Hopefully I can get it. Yep, the original Blade is in there. Kenny Johnson is an arm wrestler. I got your trading cards here. You never messaged me, Phil. You never messaged me. I did talk with Kenny, so I did talk with him. Natty Bros have got an event this weekend. Yes, I need to really start getting behind the Natty Bros. Maybe I'll have to get them on the show, James Clark. You've mentioned them a couple of times, so they must be doing good things. Chan Shaw, Nick Stormasio, Barboza. So get a camera out, start winning some matches, start building your profile. North America right now. Look at Greg Brown as well. So include Mexicali. So you've got North America really taking over. And do you think your Monster Michael Todd, your Todd Zillas, your John Brazinks, your Devon Larretts just wouldn't mind having a few events where they don't have to travel 10 hours? I can tell you from personal experience, it sucks. I love being able to see the other end of the world, but the long travel times suck. So if you are someone, Bob Brown's Underground Series. Jason Merlot won Bob Brown's Underground Series. He's there. His opponent has been on Mac. I had no idea who he was. Was he Israeli? I can't remember what nationality he was. Then, then it was his opponent pulled at Mac, and now they're on the East versus West stage. So North America, yeah, I'm talking about Mayan, and he just pulled at Mac recently, and now he's going to pull at EVW in 11 days, 12 days time. So, mate, it is. There you go. Just spank John Tarian. So it is the perfect opportunity for two things: to make a bit of money from arm wrestling. Getting monetized on YouTube and getting monetized on Facebook isn't as hard as what it used to be. So you can get a few bucks, and once you ask anyone in the chat now or anyone that's in social media, once you get that first 10 cents earned from social media, mate, it is ridiculous. It is ridiculous how addictive it is. And you're like, I want to make content all the time, because the more content you put out there, the more chance you're able to do it. And then I went 3 years full time of doing social media. I'm more a full-time commentator now. I still dabble in social media, doing shows like this. And if you look at my footy pages and my Facebook pages, they have bumped up. John Milne was recently at the Mac. John, if you're just joining us, first of all, what's going on, John Milne? Second of all, I'm just saying how North America just sitting on a gold mine at the moment, with EVW being every second event in North America, and the perfect opportunity for athletes to make a name for themselves, athletes to earn a few dollars, and then athletes to qualify and pull on the big stage. You made $7 million in 1 year. I'm waiting for my $1,000 super chat then. No, I'm only joking. I don't ask for money. Houdini's just joining in. Hell yes. GvW. Failed. The explosion in Is Our Sport is now. For me, I think I'm not sure I call it an explosion, but it is more, if the number one promotion in the world is coming to your town. So every second event, so you've got like 3 to 4 chances a year to be on, an East versus West card, if that's your goal. Because Bob Brown's good friends with Robert Baxter, so his underground event is now being highly watched. Mac are making noises. Tim Talmadge puts on cracker events every year. This Chris Kringle pool, they do it every December. I'm looking forward to it. They've got some really, really good matches. So, North America, get in there. Get in there and start an Instagram page, start a YouTube channel, and shit. If you're at that Chris Kringle pool, I'd be having a chat with Kenny Johnson. Just sit with him and go, hey, movie star. Hey, superstar. What's going on? Seems like a ripper dude as well. He's been training arm wrestling, and he's got his first match at the Chris Kringle pool. So whoever's organising the Chris Kringle pool, well done. Well done. It's your third event. I have been keeping an eye on it because my man Jamie Barrett will be there. That's gold. Oh, that is gold. That is brilliant. That is so good. So I'll do a predictions next week. This time next week, I'll do my predictions and we can talk about the card then. Yeah, if I were a Ryan Bowen and things like that, I would just be saying, hey, America, can I come play? Can I come? Because I'm just trying to rack my brain. So how many did we have? We had Tim Talmadge, Arm Sports Entertainment, the Natty Brothers, the Chris Kringlepool, Mac, and the Monster Factory. And what, you don't think, you do well at the Monster Factory, you don't think Michael Todd's going to go, we've got this killer dude, he'd be great for this class. Of course he is. Michael's a good person like that. Ian Carnegie, good friends with Robert Baxter. You don't think he's going to sit there and go, hey man, we just had this dude just blast everyone. We'll get him. Okay, awesome. Everyone's got eyes on Tim Talmadge. He's at every event. He's always at East versus West, and people from Arm Sports Entertainment just seem to win on the big stage. I got to check out the Natty Brothers, so I apologise to them. The Chris Kringlepool, Auden Larrick, Coach Trey are going to be there. Well, they've got a match, so you don't think, hey, there's this dude that's doing a Chris Kringlepool. You don't think he's doing magical things, and we just found an awesome superstar that would be really good. He's an and Devon will be there, so he'll say it again. Bob Brown's Underground. People have been watching it. Bob Brown, very good friends with Robert Baxter. Hey, Robbie B, what's going on, bud? Hey, Bob, how you doing? How was Underground? It was great. Jason Merlot whooped everyone. Does he want to be at East versus West? Thought you'd never ask. Jason Merlot's at East versus West. Man. Golden era. Listen to me, North America. And just go watch any of Greg Brown's shit. You could be a terrible arm wrestler, and Greg Brown will make you look $1 million with his edits. He is grouse like that. Okay. Just need to check. Well, I'm sorry. Just got distracted by one last thing. Okay, brilliant. Brilliant. Also, for those that are on Facebook, go to my 2 Facebook pages because they're killing it. Hey, hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. Get in there. Let's have a bit of fun. I had a chat with Brian Shaw the other day, so that was good. Now, what are you guys saying? The team arm wrestling catches on. I attended a team arm wrestling event here in the Gold Coast, a couple of states up for me. I like it. I come from team arm wrestling. I come from team sports, basketball, footy. I used to play a bit of indoor soccer. I like team sports. I'm a team sports kind of guy. So I know the guys in Canada are trying to implement team arm wrestling. They've got cool names, cool logos. I've even picked a team. I'm like, I'm going to pick a team. And I think they might be pulling soon. I need a follower. And if I can, get me a shirt. I'll wear your team shirt. I'm trying to think. I think they were the damn it. I need to know the team name now. Let's see if I can find it. I picked it because a friend was on that team, and I'm like, I'm going to go for that team. Here we go. The Calgary Rangers. The Calgary Rangers is going to be my team. For team arm wrestling. Logo looks cool, and my mate Sean Crowther is going to be on that. So I'm with you, Eton. I'm with you. We're going to ignore that the biggest possible collabs with EVW at Shaw and Siberia have both come out and said they are terrible people to deal with. The last people's backs you want to get up, in my opinion. It's not good. That's why I haven't, I think it was Brian earlier said that, it's an explosion, maybe on the lower level. But yeah, they need to fix things up. They really need to fix things up. I saw Brian Shaw's. I've had chats with Matt Rhodes. So yeah, not great. Not great. Things need to be changed. And hopefully they get changed soon and things to deal with. But anytime, and I'm not going to say anything negative about East versus West, because anytime I do, people think that I'm just sour grapes or things like that I can't have an opinion on it. So I'll just wait for more videos to come out. But yes, I did watch the Brian Shaw podcast. I have been chatting with Matt Rhodes. That's weird because it wasn't Ian Carnegie. Who told you it was Ian Carnegie? It was a guy named Ted. It was a guy named Ted. So there you go. That wasn't Ian. Who's your team, Brian? What's your team's name? Are you in Team Arm Wrestling? What is your team's name? So they're probably my two main points. We'll talk about some other arm wrestling stuff at the moment. I had some graphics and everything there, but I thought I'm raw dogging this shit. I'm coming in, no graphics. Oh, you're a part of Calgary as well. Yes. So I've got Sean Crowther and you. Beautiful. What a nice little cherry on top. My man, Fells, first of all, go subscribe to Through the Fingers podcast, even though they haven't got me on as a guest, but that's okay, Brian. I like Brian. LA guys, no good situation at all. And go subscribe to Arm Fellas as well. My favorite Spaniard. Get in there. Oh, you're not on the team yet. Oh, but okay. I know you have asked, and I replied. Got to get to the bottom of this now. No, I know you've asked. That's why I'm a supporter of what you do. Brian, go read our last messages together. They're great, and I didn't realize it was a year ago. But yeah, good. Frank won't be pulling unless paid, like anyone should. You talking about Frank Lamparelli? And what up, crazy Uncle Jim? So yeah, just a quick recap, and then you can fire off some questions, and we can chat about things. I think GvW have shit the bed. Can they recover? Probably. It's going to take a very, very, very long time, I think. The only lucky thing for GvW, if they take the right approach. Remember, the internet are lunatics, but they're not stupid. So the internet forget about things pretty quick, and we move on pretty quick. It's like, all right, what's next? We want tomorrow's results today. So if GvW, and I'm giving you this advice for free, you just need to come out like I've asked a million people to do. You just need to come out and say, we gon' fucked up. We gon' shit the bed. What we did is we had a handful of shit here, and started clapping our hands and made a mess. You just need to come out and say that you're stuffed up. Big time. And say we're going to postpone our next event until we have covered all of our expenses. Thank you for being patient with us. We've gone and dropped the ball a bit, but we hope when we come back for GvW2, it will be an absolute banger of an event. Here are the changes we're going to make. Apologies to the athletes that haven't been paid, but men do what men do best. We go quiet until hopefully the situation goes away. We would rather do that. So many drama-filled events could have been ignored if people just came out and said, we're going stuffed up. And I can get there. Right. Oh, Ryan Bussier. What's going on, buddy? You pulling a Washington States this weekend? Or when's your super match? Next super match. My man, Tim Talmadge. My man. Hey, have you spoken to Preston yet? Shoot me a message. Looking forward to the four-way. Who's the fourth opponent's name, Tim? You got Mario, you got Bogdan, and you've got Joe Meek all on the left arm. Who's the fourth opponent? What's his name? And give us a little bit of background on it. We're just talking about how North America is just in a kick-ass position if you've just joined me. Carolyn Looms in the chat. What's happening, Carolyn? Hey, Jake, thank God the arm wrestling community still has you. So many tournaments were made popular because of yours of Uncle John's courage. Thank you very much, Carolyn. It's a very nice thing to say. We tried to do our best back in the day. Uncle John and I, he's having a nice little break, but we really did. We tried our best, and I love talking about a lot of arm wrestling tournaments, including this weekend. I might even do a prediction show for the Chris Kringle pool this weekend. But thank you. Thank you, Carolyn. Tasman Ords says GvW is cooked. It was cooked before it began. There's no salvaging it. Maybe lower pay-per-view prices. Yes. But Michael Todd gives his away for free. What a gem. Vatkin from Georgia. Okay. No, you're awesome, Carolyn. You're awesome. Vacton. There you go. Give me some more information from Georgia. This is my man, Tim Talmadge. So, yeah. If I were going to be booked now, I would be begging. I don't beg for job. That's a terrible word. I retract that one. But you know what I mean? Like, if I had worked December, I would have had a bucket load of cash for Christmas. Because if the Monster Factory, Major Arm Wrestling Championships, Natty Brothers, Chris Kringle pool all got together, I'd always pick Tim Talmadge's first. He's my guy. But you know what I mean? It's like, hey, everyone, let's all chip in. We'll pay for Jake's flights. He spends 2 weeks over there. That's what you should all do, like, around Arizona States. And then I spend like 2 weeks in the States. And we go from there. So, we're on. We are on. It's going to be incredible. And I am now, at one stage I used to cringe whenever I'd open my Facebook and go, oh, North America, what are you doing? Right now, I'm very excited for what you're all doing. You know, and I know I'm mainly mentioning those ones because that's, Bob Brown's autograph, because that's happening like now. But like throughout the year, I'm like, cool, this is amazing. Cool, this is amazing. And you know, if they unfortunately didn't fold or really do bad things, you know what would have been basically perfect in this situation was Knuckles Up. But they went through the same unfortunate thing of not paying athletes and things like that. They don't owe me $1. Knuckles up. They don't owe me $1. The guy you pulled last year, I need to check that out. He lives in USA now. Pulled Georgia Nationals 3 years ago and won the 105 kilo class. But Mario Tambakas is whooping everybody. So it doesn't matter. He could be from Georgia, Iceland. He could be from Antarctica. I don't care. Mario Tambakas wins that round. Robin, done. Mario's my guy. He really is. He's the man. I love. Okay. Just trying to find out more. So it's, I can't wait. I can't wait to see what happens. And also, if there are any other tournaments in January, if there's any tournaments in January, Brian, get James Wall at your event. Get James Wall. He's number 1 in the UK. Get James Wall at your event. But yeah, so North America, good luck. I hope you smash it. I think it's going to be fantastic. Fantastic. Right, what do we got? We're 46 minutes in. We've had a chat. Right, fire off some questions. Please. If you have any. Otherwise, we can quickly wrap up. Thursday night, your guys' time. Friday morning, my time. I'll either do a prediction show for like the Chris Kringle pool or, and I'll include the 4-way from Washington Stakers. I got to support my guy, Tim Talmadge, because he's the man. Or I might organise some Chris Kringle pullers. Hunter and Justin Bishop. See if they're available Thursday afternoon-ish. And also, hang on, I'll get them up on the screen. If you're on Facebook or Instagram, let me just share my screen quickly before you all run away. Hit the like button on your way out. Share screen. I'm still hanging around for a little bit, but I just want to show you a few guys. If you can, head over to Aussie Armwrestling, like with the gap, Aussie Armwrestler. I'm almost at 27,000. And then, I'm just doing my own, where was it? This one here. Commentating the old matches and doing some questions. So really good discussions going on. But I love it. The same with arm wrestling. Also, if you can, head over to this page. Local footy commentator, and I just commentate funny things. Like, look at this bloke here. Whoop, and he eats shit. So go over, watch all that, have a laugh, and a bit of fun. If you got if you got a bit of time, go do that. Okay. Yes, you will be at Washington State. Awesome. Good. What up, Jacobin? Ready, bang. GvW failed. Beautiful. No, I haven't. So, Brian, at the moment, I'm commentating one day a week. I'm doing voiceovers one day a week. Looking after people one day a week. Commentating used to be 3 days a week, and then I try and do this. And then I can't remember if you have kids or not, Brian, but those that have kids, buddy, know. Got 2 beautiful young girls that I can hear playing in the lounge room, and whenever I do have time, I kind of just want to play with them. So, yeah, I need to watch a lot more arm wrestling, if truth be told. From what I used to watch 2 years ago to what I watch now has Hans Gruber. It's plummeted. It's fallen down. But what up, Keanu? That's all right, buddy. Hope you were doing well, Keanu. It's a nice guy, Keanu. A nice guy. You got to love him. Right. Any final questions before I wrap up? Hit the like button while you're at it. Is it a very bad sign that EVW have lost Dennis? Dennis hasn't pulled in years. No disrespect to Dennis. Don't think that will be... I'm not sure if he'll ever have a comeback match. Gennady, it's a loss. It's not a huge loss. It's a loss. Moratov, Alajan will be pulling Devon at East versus West, hopefully in February. So they haven't lost him. There was a bit of controversy about money in that, but now they're talking about having a left arm banger. And a part of me's like, was that all just said to build up the match? And if it was, fantastic. If not, that is okay. But yeah, make sure you hit that like button. Let's get it up there. Let's hit that like button. You guys are awesome. Ooh. Tim, I just saw you send me a photo. That means nothing, but I should look him up so I can learn about him. But thank you very much, you dead set legend. Okay, but hey, you guys are brilliant. And I think that'll do. I think I could easily talk for ages. Love that you have all tuned in. Just holding back on a few things at the moment. But just be awesome. Just be happy. Just be happy. Wherever you are around the world, smile. My wife reminds me of that all the time. Just remember how bloody awesome you've got it. And I've got it awesome right now with them. I've got it awesome with you guys that turn up to every single show. And I'm very grateful for that. But I just say whatever you do tonight or tomorrow or the next time I see you, just do something for yourself. Do something for someone that you love. I've been the Aussie Arm Wrestler. You have been awesome. Cannot wait to see you on the next live show. I'll try and figure out when it is, but I'll be doing one. Be awesome. Stay happy. Can't wait to see you again.